Hey guys, Young Cabbage here, and today we have a great addition to the Shiny Hunter Side Hustle series. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so that way you never miss an episode. Shiny Hunter Side Hustles is a series where I show you a location that you can farm Pokeyen while also hunting a desirable shiny Pokemon. For today's target, you'll need your Super Rod because we are going for Luvdisc in the Hoenn region. If you don't have your Super Rod in Hoenn, simply just grab it from the fisherman in one of the houses in Moss Deep City. But Luvdisc has one of the best shiny forms in the game, swapping its signature pinks for a yellow and white combo that goes crazy. On top of that, Luvdiscs also have a chance to hold one of the most sought after items in the game, the Heart Scale. This item can be used to help any Pokemon relearn moves, which is very important in the PvP scene, making this a pretty valuable and always relevant item on the GTL. To steal these items, it is always important to have a Pokemon with Frisk. This will show you if the wild Pokemon is holding an item, and either Thief or Covet to steal the item from that Pokemon. Make sure that your Pokemon using Thief or Covet is not already holding an item, otherwise this will not work. Now let's get into the location, and before you say, Undella Bay, we are not going to Undella Bay. Instead, we're going to be looking at a spot I believe to be better for farming Heart Scales, which is actually going to be the entrance of Victory Road or Evergrande City. I actually flew to the wrong one. If you guys do this, make sure you fly to the lower Evergrande City, not the higher. Your location should look like this. Now, Luvdisc is actually going to be a very common spawn here at Evergrande City, making it very easy to farm Heart Scales. And the pool that it shares the encounters with is actually really awesome. You can either find a Wailmer or a Corsola or a Luvdisc. There are no other encounters. Unless you use a lure, then you can find Mantine, but I would not recommend doing this. Now, with this method specifically, I actually have two different Pokemon that you could lead with in order to make this very efficient. The first is simply going to be a Pokemon with the ability Frisk, so that way you can check to see if Luvdisc is holding an item, and thief the Heart Scale from them. The second is actually going to be using a Pokemon with Sticky Hold. However, as you can see here, if I move my Muck with Sticky Hold to the front of my party, I actually get an out of battle effect that increases the chance of bites when fishing. This heightens your odds of obtaining a Pokemon whenever you cast your rod in the water, and honestly, it's a pretty solid method. And then all you need to do with this Muck is simply find the Luvdiscs and then just thief them. You won't actually know if they have an item or not, but the increased encounter chance honestly does outweigh the amount of Luvdiscs that you end up KOing. So feel free to use whichever one you prefer. But for the sake of today's video, we are going to be leading with our Frisk and Thief Pokemon. So simply walk over to this body of water, and you're going to cast your line into the water until you see your character model start twitching. If they just stand back up, it means that you caught nothing. However, once you see your character model start twitching like this, it means that you have landed a Pokemon. Now you just wait until we get the Frisk notification that the wild Luvdisc is holding an item. And as you can see, my Shuppet has just barely frisked this wild Luvdisc. So we're just going to go ahead and thief the Pokemon. And just like that, it says Luvdisc had a Heart Scale. Ends the battle, and you can see that our Shuppet is now holding one. Now what you're going to do is simply click this item and hit remove, and then continue fishing for more Heart Scales. Alright, so I did this method for 1 hour and I was able to get 19 Heart Scales. So now if we head over to the GTL and we go to item listings, we can see that Heart Scales are selling on the low end for 8,500 a pop. So what we do is we go here, we're going to drag our Heart Scales up to the item slot, and we're going to input 8,500. And as you can see, we will have made 161,500 Pokeyen of pure profit. However, removing that listing fee gives us 153,425 Pokeyen. So this method is pretty good. On top of the chance to get either a shiny whale, a shiny Corsola, or a shiny Luvdisc, you also make a pretty good stack of cash per hour. So what do you guys think? Do you think you'll give this spot a try? Regardless, this does wrap up the episode, so please let me know in the comment what Shiny Hunter Side Hustle you want to see next. Like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.